Welcome back. In the last module, we discussed about document fingerprinting, and we discussed about how you can create a document fingerprint using the PowerShell commands. Then we discussed about the limitations of it. In this module, I will be demonstrating you how you can create a document fingerprint using a sample document and how you can create a sensitive information type using that document fingerprint. Once you have the sensitive information type ready, then we'll be discussing about how you can create a data loss prevention policy and associate the system information type with it. Before jumping into the demo, let me show you the sample document. This hospital template.txt is my sample document in which I have defined some patient details as well as I have given a description of the patient. And this is a sample document which we will be using to create the document fingerprint. For this demo, I have already created a document fingerprint. Let me show you the commands which you need to run to create the document fingerprint. This is the first command to import the content of the file into a variable. Once you are done with the importing of the content in a variable, in the next step, you need to create a document fingerprint. Using new-dlp fingerprint, you can create a new document fingerprint for the same sample document. Once you run this command, you have the document fingerprint ready. In the next step, you need to create a sensitive information type for the same document fingerprint. Using new-dlp sensitive information type, you can create a new sensitive information type. Once you are done with running of these three commands, let's log into compliance.microsoft.com. Let's go to data classification and click on sensitive information type. Now you can see we have sensitive information type available now. And the type of this sensitive information type is fingerprint. As a next step, we'll be creating a new data loss prevention policy and integrating the sensitive info type in that data loss prevention policy. Let's go to the data loss prevention. Let's go to policies. I already have a DLP policy fingerprint created. In case if you want to create a new policy, you can create it from here. Let me show you how you can create it. Choose a custom and choose a custom policy template. Click on next and let me call it as 01. Now let's disable all of these and we will keep only exchange email enabled because the document fingerprint work for the exchange email only. And let me choose the distribution group. So this is the distribution group and my users are a member of it. Click on next. Create a customized advanced DLP rule. Let me create the rule now. Click on create rule. Give an appropriate name of the rule and click on add condition. Now you can add a sensitive information type and search for organization. And this is the SIT which we have created for using the fingerprint. Click on add. We define what, if in case if you want to define any exceptions, you can define it here. Otherwise, you can choose the actions. If a user try to send any such document in their email, what I want this email to be redirected to a specific user. Let me choose a user. So automatically the email will be redirected to this particular user. And I want user to be notified so that user receives a notification that they have violated the policy. You want to notify users in Office 365 service with a policy tip. Let's keep it by default. And rest remains the same. Let me click on save now and click on next. If you want to test it first, you can choose this option. Otherwise, you can turn it on. Now we just created a DLP policy. It may take some time to get the policy updated in Exchange Online. I already have a policy created with similar configuration. I have defined all the same parameters which I have defined in the custom policy. It is only enabled for Exchange emails and I have defined a rule where I have chosen the content contains any of these sensitive info, organization's customer confidential, SIT I have used. I will be notifying the users with the policy tips and send alert to the administrator. And this is the policy which I have created approximately 12 hours back. So now let's try to send an email using the same sample document. Let me send a new message. And let me try to send this message to a user which is outside my organization. I have attached the file and let me send. So we got a notification that your email message conflict with the policy in your organization, and it contains a sensitive information, organization confidential. This concludes our module. In this module, we covered about how you can create a document fingerprint using a sample document and how you can create a sensitive information type using the same fingerprint. After that, we created a data loss prevention policy and we validated our data loss prevention policy is working fine for the users.